Hello, it's March 26th. It's our last full weekend at the barn in Crete, theoretically. And I say theoretically because it's been raining. So it may be difficult to actually back out of here without getting stuck. But let's talk about what we accomplished this week.
And a whole lot of garbage. No. So during the week, came out, did some stuff. Got the framing worked out, and then just attached it all today. So just like the other side, that ain't going nowhere. So wheel wells are framed out now, and they'll get topped off eventually. Again, we're gonna thinking about putting outlets on the front and the back side of it. So we're also figuring out what to do with the heater. As you can see, I had to kind of do some preliminary stuff because we needed to most likely snake this through the framework here. So we're debating it being there, as you can see it now, or pivoting over so it's long way against the wall. Basically, that's because of the hoses. They're like 2 inches. So if they're on top of the wheel well, they're going to come up higher than what we have framed out for the height of these areas. So if we do it that way, if it's against the wall, it's a dual-ended heater. So it intake here, and then it kicks out front and back underneath. So if we've got it against the wall, obviously the back side is going to kick against the wall. So we'll probably have to redirect it, maybe. Just put some duct around it so it's not spewing all over inside the wall cavities.
That's likely not what we're doing.
And we'll box it off. The other idea is where you see it currently, kind of mocked out here. We're thinking of if we're doing this way, it's great because it's going to heat both sides, front and back. It helps us break up the space. Kind of give a little bit of division if we wanted to. But we're also considering maybe building it in entirely and doing a level change entirely in the back. Or just a step. We're not sure. We're kind of tossing around on the idea. We've got the back window height to contend with, or the back door, the lower window on the back door. So we're not sure how that's going to play out, and we'll fiddle around with it. Other than that, you can see we started lining up studs for the walls. We got a couple in. I had to go through and trim out some of the crazy excess foam, but that's all trimmed out and ready for the studs to go in. So self-tapping screws. Those aren't going anywhere, top and bottom, nice and neat. I think that's pretty much everything that I covered. Angelique, how about you?
So I had a really light week. I've been here for a few hours. One of the things we were trying to figure out if we wanted to box out these top areas, do something custom with custom lighting. We're thinking we might just reuse some of the metal pieces. In fact, we want to keep some elements of the bus intact just to keep some of that character. So I went ahead. These have been out all winter, so I just washed these down. We're going to bring them to the new location, sand them, paint them to match whatever color scheme, and maybe try to keep the numbers intact just again for some of that character. So these will just be traveling with us. We were putting everything in the bus that's going, and then we have a bunch of stuff that we need to get rid of. So that'll be later this week.
And we were debating on if we're gonna frame out the windows or not in wood. So a lot of projects have done it. Me personally, I like the kind of the juxtaposition between the glass, the metal, the wood. The ceiling's gonna be all tongue and groove. So, like Angelique said, if we put those metal chases back up here, because essentially what they were is they boxed out, they framed out for the speakers and the lights, as you can see. But they also hid
with the ground. So we found once we removed a lot of the metal, some of our lights weren't working, the heater wasn't working, so the metal actually is important for that as well.
And it basically hides all the electrical. So instead of, we were talking of maybe building out, I'm always forgetting it. But basically just a little lip here. To kind of have some uplighting, but we like the idea of bringing that metal back in because it's going to give us it's going to give us a break in the wood on the ceiling, as well as the side panels are going to be wood, probably not tongue and groove, and then the floor is definitely gonna be tongue and groove. So it has a nice transition and gives us a surface that we can actually paint and look pretty cool. So
Great.
that's the plan.
Well, hopefully it's move week. Knock on wood.
We gotta get rid of all that junk out there, basically. So if you want it, come get it. Let us know, and you can have it for nothing. All right, thanks.
Bye.
Later.